My M33 wife, F27, of 3 years is snapping a male coworker and keeping it from me. I don't know if I believe her answers. I'm so lost. Can't be sure my wife is being honest about her male coworker. I am an attorney, M33, and my wife, F27, is a group fitness instructor at a sort of posh gym. We've been together for 7 years, married for 3, and I've never once questioned her about men or trust. She followed me all through college and law school, and we, until last night, have the relationship everyone seems to want. She and I have always been head over heels in love. Our honeymoon phase never really ended. But something happened last night that threw me for a loop, and I can't tell if I'm in my head or if something else is going on. There is a fellow trainer she works with. He's a decent looking guy. Perhaps you could say he is a knockoff Liam Hemsworth. I always had a somewhat weird feeling, but because I always trusted her, it was always fleeting. Here are the facts. Last night she left her phone on the couch to go get a water. I was still seated. I saw it light up with a Snapchat notification. I had no idea she had downloaded it. It was from the coworker. It was just an emoji of a monkey covering his eyes. It disappeared. I said, I didn't know you Snapchat coworker. She responded that she snaps all of her coworkers. Lie number 1, my gut tells me something, so I ask to see it. She reluctantly hands it over, and I see in her snap history that she snaps him, her sister, and then the next names were all snaps from like 75 weeks ago. My red flags go off and I start asking questions, very calmly I may add. She responds to everything with I don't know. I ask what is he responding to, she says IDK. I say how often do you snap him, she says IDK. You said you Snapchat your other coworkers yet they aren't here, what is going on IDK? She is purposely being evasive. Lies, lies, lies. How do you not know these answers? After more prodding, she says he hit on her a month ago and that she shut it down and didn't tell me because she loves her job and didn't want to jeopardize it. None of these explanations satisfy me. I'm not a fool. I mean, even if we take everything she says as true, the way I see it is that she is continuing to snap a guy who once hit on her on a medium designed to disappear your communications. I left the house and she called me crying and said she was scared and that nothing happened and she should have told me and that she deleted Snapchat. She said she loved me with all her heart, that I'm her puzzle piece, and that she would do absolutely anything and everything to make this better. That she is lost without our love, etc., etc. I can't get over this. Please offer help and advice. I never thought I would experience this. Thanks. Too long, didn't read. My wife is Snapchatting a male coworker and I feel certain she is lying to me. Update, we've been talking and I've illustrated some new boundaries. Even though I won't babysit her, she volunteered access to all of her accounts and social media, etc. I highly doubt I'll look, and I know that if she really was engaging in something she could have deleted stuff, but it's a start. Second, she reached out to him and I saw a text exchange with him. Again, I realize this all could have been orchestrated, but here's how it went down. Why'd you send the monkey? I was replying to your story making the class 250 burpees. My husband saw it and started asking questions. He's upset. Tell him in sorry. I won't snap you anymore. I've always liked him. I think you shouldn't talk to me on social media anymore. I agree. I apologize if I caused any problems. Who knows if I can trust this or not. Update 2, tonight I'm going to have her put her money where her mouth is. I have complete access to your stuff. Okay, I'm going to ask her to re-download Snapchat. People keep telling me there are lots of emoji types that show up if you frequently snap someone. I'll open the app and see if any of these appear by his name. Hopefully that'll resolve some of this crap. If there are fire or heart emojis or whatever, then divorce is probably the answer, or counseling, whatever. If there are no emojis, I can definitely move forward, or at least start to. Update 3, she came home last night and I asked her to re-download Snapchat and show me his name. She did, and there were no emojis by his name, but there were emojis by her sister's name. This means she and coworker don't snap frequently. This issue is not fixed, but that is the update right now.
Hey guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me out, thanks.
The most troubling thing here is your wife's response. I don't know to every question is unacceptable and suggests guilt. You should talk to her and ask her why she kept responding with that instead of just answering you honestly. It sounds like she's engaged in a little snap flirting with someone she knows is into her, which may or may not be the end of the world. You have to decide if you consider that cheating or if it's a small indiscretion that you can talk through and move on from. Yay, that's my crossroads. For me it's the experience of the lack of trust. That's not concrete infidelity, but if I can't trust you then it's pretty over for me. Period. Update, my 33 wife, F27, is snapping her coworker. First off, thanks to those that gave thoughtful responses, and thanks to those who educated me about Snapchat and getting the data exported. I exported the data and it checks out with her story. She and him had barely had contact. Also, I had her download, 20 hours after his original snap, the app, and there were no emojis by his name. I also checked the phone records and she has never called him. We have talked extensively and I'm pretty convinced she felt like something looked bad and sorta shut down when I started asking questions, getting nervous. Hence, the parade of I don't knows. Her cheating just didn't add up. She was always affectionate and loving. Plus, and this might be TMI, she had hairy as duck legs. People when they are cheating or sleeping with someone new tend to exhibit behavior like grooming or making themselves up more than they used to. I seriously doubt she would be sleeping with someone new yet not shave her legs for like a while. We are both so busy recently, we have just been go. She works 2 jobs, and I started work as an attorney just a couple months ago. It's been hard and we've been romantic, but romance has been less than normal. We are going on a romantic date this weekend to reciprocate things up. Also, to those being dicks about me being an attorney, I'm a corporate lawyer. I don't make a living cross-examining people. Still, I think I handled things quite logically. The main advice I do wish I took from commenters is that I should have not acted immediately when I saw the snap. It would have been more beneficial, especially if there was cheating, for me to watch and wait and not let her know I noticed something. Sometimes emotions get the better of judgment. Again, thank you to those that gave thoughtful and helpful comments about how to proceed. I'm grateful it was much ado about nothing. Obviously she should have told me the guy hit on her in the past, but we are working past that. I think if she hadn't shut down and been elusive with I don't knows, this would have been resolved pretty easily. It's not like I become angry or super interrogative. I asked some questions, and her elusiveness caused things to accelerate. It was a spark that kindled a fire of suspicion. Thanks everyone who is measured in their responses to posts in this community. Too long, didn't read. I checked the records and my wife's story checks out. No cheating, but we have discussed boundaries about Snapchat, being upfront about inappropriate behavior of coworkers, and honesty. Update, Jesus, you guys keep calling either my wife a liar or me a psychopath. I came to Reddit for clarity, big mistake. Maybe 5% of the responses were actually responding to and read the actual post. Most probably read parts of it and injected their own stories. I became some weird controlling brute. We are not teens dating. When you're married and it's for life, certain things change. For one, privacy is still respected, but you don't get a complete free pass on every single thing. You want your spouse to feel comfortable. If she wants to see my social media or has questions, she can ask and I'll answer them. You take vows, and if you mean them, you devote yourself to making the other spouse comfortable. Like I said in the original, this guy had always giving me a weird feeling, but it was fleeting. Now I realize it is probably because my gut knew he was hitting on my wife. So, it was right. Second, if you actually read, you'd see that I have never once in 7 years questioned my wife about men or asked to see her stuff. So, I get a red flag feeling based on Snapchat and I ask some questions and boom, I'm a psycho with raging trust issues. Your wife needs to leave you. Your emotionally and verbally mistreatment. Jesus Reddit. Yes, I verified, but Jesus, not only did she offer to show me her stuff, But the previous thread was all comments about how the monkey emoji means something more and that she's cheating blah blah blah. Of course I'm going to check to be sure. Marriage is serious. You can't just break up. There are so many things that go into leaving a marriage. You have legal, emotional, and social consequences, and it's much harder and more serious than just breaking off a relationship. I verified, and my wife and I are good now. We are glad we went through this conundrum because it reinforced how much we love one another, because she thought she was going to lose and I her, even if it was only for a period of hours. I am glad I was wrong, but I am also glad I verified I was wrong. Did you apologize to your wife? You should. I just read the original post and oh my god, did it ever jump to conclusions. Really hoping you apologized to your wife for insinuating that she was cheating on you just because you saw an emoji Snapchat from a coworker. Also hoping you're in therapy to work through your trust issues. Should I tell my BF's other woman's live-in partner / BF that she cheated on him? I'm on mobile, I'm sorry with how I type. I don't know how to rephrase the title, but basically, I, 23F, found out my BF, 25 meters, cheated on me for 4 months. I found out about his affair October last year. I saw their messages. The girl was a mutual friend of ours. She's 24, with a baby who just turned 1 year old last October as well, and is in a relationship with the father for 8 years now. When I found out about it, we had a very brief exchange of words, with her apologizing and hoping that me and my BF will still be okay. Then that was it. I gave my BF a chance, everything got better. There are days that I remember everything and I break down. I still ask myself why I deserved that. Then it bugs me how that girl just got away with it. How I'm still suffering every day, questioning my worth, and she just said sorry and that's it. A part of me really wants to tell her boyfriend / live-in partner, cause I think I might get the peace I want, plus I think he deserves to know what happened. Should I tell him? How? TLDR, BF cheated on me few months back, we're okay now, but I have this urge to tell the other woman's BF about what happened. Don't expect telling him will make you feel better, that's not the right reason to tell someone. You tell someone because they deserve to know their partner betrayed their trust. Telling the partner will not give you peace. Closure comes from within. I strongly believe everyone has a right to know if they've been cheated on, but don't expect anything out of it for yourself here. Tell him because you want to tell him, not because you think it'll help you. Thank you. One reason why I don't want to tell him is because I think it's selfish of me if I do just cause I want my peace, when I'm not even sure if I will get it. But then again, if I'm on the other side of the story, if I were him, I would like to know about what happened. I deserve to know what happened,